Hi there, I'm Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is on Assassin's Creed 3, the main theme from that. I've done a cover version, go and check it out. I'll leave a link in the description down below and I'll put a card above. Just before I teach it though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, leave me some comments in the comments section, and if you want to print the tabs off for this and you want to support me, keep me doing these videos, I've got a Patreon account. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. My guitar's in standard tuning. Okay, so the first line sounds like this. So nice easy one to start with. We're going to start with B3, then E6, E5, B3 again, E5, E3, B3, and then B6. And the next two bars are the same. So the first two bars go. And the next two bars are the same. So let's do the whole of the first line. On to the next line. We're going to play E3 at the same time as playing the D string. And then another D, two G3s, two G2s, then two Ds. So bar 5 goes a bit faster and up speed. And then in bar 6 you're going to play G2 twice, open G twice, open D twice, and then D3 twice. So bar 6 goes. Let's put the whole line together. And up speed. And try and hold the E3 down and just keep it ringing all the way through that. The next line sounds like this. So for that we're going to bar our first finger across the 3rd fret and play the E string at the same time as B3, so E3 and B3, then E6, E5, and then hit the E3 again, so you get up speed. Slowly, and then into the next bar, bar 8, E3 twice, and then E3 nearest to the floor, and then E5. So the first two bars of that line, bars 7 and 8, go. Then into bar 9, A1 and B3 at the same time, and then an A1 on its own. And the next bar, A1 twice. So the whole line goes. The next line, we're going to, well, let me just play that next line goes. So we play the open D string and the B3 at the same time. Then E5, then E3, and then open D. So you've got then open D twice, E1, E3, then A3 at the same time as an E string, then another A3, and then two A3s in the next bar, bar 14. So the whole line goes. So let's put the second two lines together. So from bar 7 we've got. On to the next line we've got. So So we bar the finger again. So it's almost the same as the third line. So we play E and B3 at the same time. E6, E5, E3, 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 and then E3 nearest to the floor, E5. So the first two bars are the same. But then we go up to, in bar 17, 10 on the E string nearest to the floor, and 6 on the E string nearest to your face. Another two E6s in the next bar. So that line goes. And the next line goes. So we play the open D string at the same time as B10, then E13, E12, then another D, so you got two more Ds, E13, E15, and then E12 at the same time as E8 nearest to your face. Then another 3 hits on that. So that line goes. And on to the next line we've got. Which is basically the same as the second line, just played twice through, put an E3 on the very first hit, and then the rest is just as written. Then the next line we've got. So we've got E1 and A3, and then you play an A3 on its own, G1 twice, G twice, A3 twice, so that first bar goes. Then in the next bar, open G twice, D3 twice, A3 twice, and D1 twice. Let's just play the first two bars of that line, bars 27 and 28. Up speed. And then into the next bar. It's the same thing as the previous two bars, but without the E1 on. So let's play the whole line. And on to the next line we've got. So we're playing E3 on both the E strings, so E3 and E3, and then you're playing the D on its own, and then G3 twice. So I'm using my little finger, third finger, and second finger on E3, G3, and E3 nearest your face. So you've got, and then G2 twice, open D, so bar 31 goes. Then 32, we've got G2 twice, G twice, D twice, and then D3 and B3 at the same time, and then a D3. So these first two bars go. And then in the next bar, just take your finger off the D string and play the open G and the B3 at the same time. Then another D, and then G3 twice, G2 twice, and then D twice. So you got. And then in the bar 34, G2 twice, G twice, D twice, and A3 twice. Sorry, D3 twice. So let's try that line. It's quite tricky. We've got. And the last line we've got. So for that we're playing E1 and B4, B3, back to B4 but play the G1 at the same time. So we've got, and then another G1, two Gs, two A3s. So the first bar. bar 36, open G twice, D3 twice, A3 twice, E1 and D1 at the same time, and then another D1, so that bar. Bar 37, got A3 and B4 at the same time, then A3, and then B1 and G1 at the same time, another G1, 2 open Gs, A3, so you got. And the last bar, G twice, D3 twice, A3 twice, and D1 twice. So the last line slowly, it's probably the hardest line. We've got. And then in the song, I just went back to the second line and played lines 2, 3, 4, and 5 again, just to finish. And that's the whole song. So let's try putting it all together. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed that little guitar lesson. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, leave me some comments in the comment section, including any songs you want to learn, let me know where in the world you're from. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me, keep me going. I've got a Patreon account. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. I'll also put the tabs for this on there so you can print them out and you've got them at home. Thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier and I'll see you next time.